All right, we are back now with you here on the KFYR Plus News Desk this afternoon, and today we're joined by Daniel Bielinski, Dramatic Arts Director at the University of Mary and founder of Canticle Productions, and Madison Milbrath, from the State Historical Society. They're both with me to talk about an upcoming event that is pretty special. Daniel, of course, the director of Hazel's Heart. It's a powerful film honoring North Dakota hero Hazel Miner and her extraordinary sacrifice. Well, welcome to you both today.
Thank you.
Let's start with you, Daniel. Hazel Miner's story, well known in North Dakota, but not nationally. What drew you personally to bringing her sacrifice to the screen, or I guess her story?
Well, a friend brought the story to my attention, and our company is dedicated to telling North Dakota stories, and stories of sacrifice and perseverance and love really strike me deeply, and I think are deeply rooted in what North Dakota's heritage is. And so this movie, I think, embodies those virtues very strongly, but also it's a winter movie, and that's very North Dakotan as well.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of which, you wrote the screenplay, correct me if I'm wrong here, during a 3-day blizzard, is that right?
Yeah, it was a couple years ago now. We got a 3-day blizzard in Bismarck, so I locked myself in my room and just wrote the script for 3 days. My kids would like slip food under the door to me. So it was like being in jail. It was writer's jail.
How did that environment with the snow blizzard being locked in, how did that influence the way you wrote, or at least your emotions?
Yeah, well, it was very emotional. I just said I wept my way through the script. I wept many tears, I think, as I wrote it. I have 6, almost 7 kids now, and so any story about children really strikes me deeply. But having the snowfall outside, I can't speak tangibly like what specifically entered into the script, but I think the environment in which you create something informs the process a lot. So I'm sure there's lots of different ways that the falling snow impacted the script.
How did you balance approaching historical accuracy with the storytelling in this film?
Well, you always have to bring some creativity to it. Nobody knows what these characters said to each other when they were underneath the sled together. Nobody knows what the parents said to each other when they were at home alone. And so, I mean, that's the heart of the movie right there. And so, as a filmmaker, you're tasked with creating that heart and creating arcs for these characters, because a movie is structured with Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. They're emotional machines that need to be built. But I think the intention, of course, is to honor the facts of the story and the legacy that is left behind by Hazel Miner. And so, I mean, starting from that place of a deep appreciation for Hazel's sacrifice and what her place is in North Dakota history, I feel like, you know, having that as a springboard or as a foundation will make everything work out well.
Madison, let's get you in here with the State Historical Society. Did they play a role at all in any of this?
Well, I can't say for certain unless Dan wants to chime in here about the research that has gone into the production of this kind of piece and looking at its historical accuracy there.
Yeah, we worked with the Oliver County Historical Society pretty deeply in putting this together, and center is in Oliver County.
Okay.
There you go.
Madison, how excited is this to have this feature film now previewing, or I guess premiering, at the Heritage Center on Saturday? Is it Saturday the 16th? As I look at my calendar, Monday the 16th, I think, right?
Monday the 16th. Yep, Monday the 16th, we'll be showing this film at the North Dakota Heritage Center and State Museum. And we're doubly excited about it because we love history and we love North Dakota stories. And so this is a perfect blend of those two pieces coming together. And a movie is such a great way to showcase these real experiences of the past from North Dakota, but it also will reflect so much more. It will tell about the time that this was going on, and it'll talk about the courage and the character of the people who have immigrated here and settled here in the state, built themselves up as homesteaders and have farmland and be traversing throughout these rural regions in bad weather. And it really is a testament to the story of the people who are here.
Yeah, amazing. And let's talk about, Daniel, if we can. You transformed an old place that I used to shop and eat hot dogs under a blue light for many years into a blizzard-ravaged prairie. That's quite remarkable.
Yeah, we shot in the Kmart for 4 weeks. We did do a few days of filming outside in the elements, but when we were creating this whiteout blizzard, we really couldn't, even if we could demand these kind of weather conditions out in the real world, there's no way we could shoot in them, especially with a cast that included children. So we needed to create it artificially, and so we brought a whole semi full of artificial snow in. We created a big white box that became what we called our snowscape. We pumped it full of haze and fog and artificial snow and built snowbanks out of chicken wire 2x4s and then snow blankets on top of that, blast those with artificial snow. And then brought in the big set pieces, like we had a big schoolhouse set that we brought in there. We had all the cameras and lights and the actors. We had horses and we had wagons all running around in this big white box. Yeah, it was an adventure.
Quite amazing. Madison, this free screening will mark the anniversary of Hazel's death. What does that mean to honor her memory in this way?
We picked this date in particular because of its ability to honor really the centrality of Hazel and her story, but her sacrifice that she ultimately makes, and recognizing the death day and the recognition commemoration of the ultimate sacrifice that you can give to preserve family and to protect those that you love. We think that's the best way we could honor her in this time.
And this is part of your ND 250 commemoration. Do you have any other events that are planned for ND 250?
Absolutely, we do. Throughout the entirety of 2026, you can look for a wide variety of events happening, not only here at the Heritage Center, but all of the State Historical Society's sites will have a bunch of events going on. And the best way to check out those is to go to our website, history.nd.gov, or to check it out on the ND 250 site as well. We will continue to try to honor the stories of the people of North Dakota, the places that we have, our landscape, and all of it throughout a variety of the ways we contribute to the greater North Dakota story and nation story.
And of course, the premiere is again this next Monday, the 16th, 1 p.m. at the Historical Society. A couple things before we go. Daniel, I'm not sure if you want to talk about it. I'm guessing you probably do. You've got an upcoming movie, a new movie. You know, Hazel's Heart highlighted a defining moment in North Dakota history, but you're bringing another iconic chapter to life in our state's past. Your next film, Medora, Empress of the Badlands, premieres April 17 and 18. That dives deep in the origins of Medora and the Badlands. Can you tell us a little bit about this upcoming movie?
Sure, we shot it the same summer as we shot Hazel, so half of that was filmed, half of Medora was filmed in the Kmart, and then we went out to the Badlands for the other half of the filming. But like you said, it's a very iconic North Dakota story, and it was a real honor to be able to tell this story. It's the biggest production that we've ever done, and I'm excited to get it out into the world. We're just wrapping up visual effects now, and we'll start in Bismarck, but then it'll go on a whole tour around the state, and it'll be out on streaming platforms this fall. And we certainly hope to bring it to the Heritage Center as well.
I do have the trailer, if you wouldn't mind. I'd like to put that on for the viewers, if that's okay with you.
Fine by me.
Whenever I am asked about my husband, I say only that he was the love of my life.
I seek Mr. Julius Flog.
You talk funny. Got a name?
My name is Antoine Amadé Marie Vincent Amad Moncat Valambrosa, Marquis de Marez et de Montemaggiore.
You have no idea of the world you stepped into. Dakota ain't for prissy, feminine French fops like you.
I assure you, my meatpacking business will be an empire.
Y'all gonna let this first peacock come take this town?
This is America! It's first come, first serve!
Maître. I was meant to be here, Petite. They need me here.
I need you to.
If the sun comes up tomorrow and you're still in my town, you're dead.
I need a fireman to care for my yards today, now.
The Duke's over his head and don't know the first thing about Cap.
How dare you speak of my husband like that?
You're a spoiled rich girl who's been playing princess her whole life. Huh.
Oh, you know, there is one more thing we gotta do. Give this place a name.
Finally, I have a place big enough for my dreams.
You think you're quite the big man? I will crush you.
This will be open war.
I will burn this town to the ground.
Of the Badlands! He's outstayed his welcome here.
Come on, let's fight like men while I live! He ain't gonna do it! Fool! You get away from my wife!
An emperor needs an empress.
Wow, that looks amazing. Daniel, that really looks good. I mean, how did making this large-scale historical epic compare to filming somewhat of an intimate story of Hazel Miners?
In some ways it was harder. In some ways, it was, I mean, the scale of the story was much bigger. Like, we built 2 western towns out in the middle of the field there, just south of Medora. We had a day where we had 250 extras. We had the crew was about 80, and the cast was much bigger. So Hazel was a more intimate story, but the technical challenges of creating a blizzard inside of a studio was those were considerable, and we were sucking in the artificial snow all day long. So it's hard to say whether, like, being outdoors in the beautiful but brutal elements, like during the heat of summer, shooting that, compare with sucking in artificial snow inside of a Kmart. It's hard to compare which is more challenging, but they were definitely they each had their own challenges, we can say.
And again, this one will make its debut April, is it 16 or 17? Or is it both days?
17, yeah.
17, gotcha. Yep. 17, 18, thank you. Okay, following Hazel, following Medora, Daniel, what's next? Do you see another North Dakota story on the horizon that you might want to bring to life?
Yeah, we have a whole bunch, which I'll talk about at the premiere. But we've got a Theodore Roosevelt movie in the works, and that's just the beginning.
Fantastic. Well, Daniel, and thank you so much. I sure appreciate you both today stopping in. Madison, thank you, and we'll see you at the premiere, I guess, of Hazel's Heart at the Historical Society Center.
Mm-hmm. We'll see you there on the 16th.
On the 16th at 1. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. All right, quick break here at the news desk. We're right back here with more news next on KFYR+.